everybody. Okay. All right, cool. Hello. Yes. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Okay. Yes. So this is doing a talk on finance. Okay. Yes. Yep. Let me just carry off. It's very hot. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Janice, Mindy, Janet. Good to see you. Okay. Okay, the slides are under slides plus one. Slides plus one, okay? Okay. Slides plus one. Okay. Susie, good to see you. Yes. Um, slides plus one. Okay. Wait. I don't know whether my staff got it up already. No light. Oh no. I think I got the wrong page. Oh no. Okay. I think I put two as can you just check for me? I think premium more I did two page again. Okay. Okay. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna log out one. Sorry guys. I'm gonna log out one because I accidentally on two. Okay. Try to go to my YouTube page, guys. My YouTube page at 1M65. Okay. Yep. Yes. Okay. No. I did two. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Okay. All right. Give me a minute. Okay. Let me just set up the other one. Okay. Can you just help me type China in trouble stock market risk? Okay. Sorry, guys. Yes, we are in overseas right now. Yes. Okay. YouTube got link. Yes. Yes. I already put the link on YouTube. Yes. China in trouble stock market risk question mark. Okay. And I put slides plus one. Yes. Okay, slides. You'll get the download the slides first. Then I will start the talk. Okay. Yes. Oh, it's good. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Darren. Good evening, everybody. Okay.
Slides plus one.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. Okay. So you got the slides ready? All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Slides plus one. Okay. What time is over there? Now it's about 4 o'clock. Okay, 4 o'clock. Yes, thanks, Darren. Thanks. Okay, for lunch share. Yes. Okay, sorry, a bit noisy here, but this is a cafe. I am scared they'll chase me away because it's like closing hours already. I'll do hopefully half an hour or something like that. Okay, cool. All right, good. Okay, so welcome everybody. Those people on YouTube, you don't need to type slides plus one. The slides are already in the description. You just click and you should download it. Okay. All right. Okay. Hi everybody. The slides are under slides plus one. Okay, slides plus one. And those people who in premium are coming for handbags, we have done a previous round just about half an hour ago, and you can still get your stuff at Shopee. Okay. Thank you, Darren. Yes. Okay. Thank you for all the yes. I wanted to eat the flower pot tiramisu, but the queue is 20 people long, so we cannot go in. Yes, too long a queue. Yes. All right, good. So today I want to share on a very interesting observation that happened over the last 1 week. Okay, some of you might have already seen it, but I think it's very important for me to highlight it. Okay, Elon Musk predicted a much worse recession this year. Many won't survive. I'm not sure. I can't tell, but I do see some risks over there. Okay, All right, cool. Okay. All right, good. Okay. So the title of my talk today is China COVID, a disaster in the brewing. Okay. So as you can see, today is not a hee ha ha session. Today is about some serious risks that we are looking ahead. In economics term and in stock market term, this is possibly what we call a black swan event. A black swan, 黑天鹅事件, black swan event. A black swan event is not a pleasant event. Okay, a black swan event usually cause the stock market to crash. Technically, the Ukraine war is a kind of a black swan event, but it's not that big. But this one could be big, and I wanted to highlight to everybody. Okay, so once you are ready, please and download the slides. Please say I'm ready, and I'll start. Okay, so I'll start on the talk itself. Okay, I don't know why is it called black swan, but in the stock market and the economics they call it black swan event. And then the other one is a grey rhino. I also don't know why it's called grey rhino. I think that's the opposite. But black swan event, the first time I heard it was yes. No, I don't think it's a perfect storm. It's just one right hit. Perfect storm means 3 events coming, but this one big event. If you're ready, just tell me I'm ready. I'll start. Okay. Okay. Some people ready. Okay. All right. Let's go, shall we? Okay. Okay. Cool. So, interest. You may not have. You may have watched. First of all, disclaimer. Whatever I share today is not meant for you to take it as a stock market advice to buy and sell. Okay, you do your own research. Okay, this is meant for entertainment and for education purpose. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I don't know whether in March you all heard my prediction. Okay, in March I have a set of slides. I under prediction plus one, and I actually said this. Okay, I said that okay, I actually got one slide here, okay, in March, and I actually got a title here: China, resistance is futile. Resistance is futile. Okay, and I predicted that China will try to handle COVID, but actually they will fail. Okay, and they will fail so badly. And I actually used the phrase here. This is a slide taken from my March. Omicron overrun will be inevitable. China has to come to terms with COVID. So we predicted in March that China soon will be hit by Omicron big time. You know what? It came. So indeed, China now is overrun by Omicron big time. So it is happening right now. Okay, it's happening right now. So some of you or most of you may have heard the news, but the entire Shanghai right now has been under a lockdown, a complete lockdown, okay, for close to a week already, okay, and their cases right now is like 20,000 a day or something like that, okay, and even on 9th of April, the outbreak, the number of cases was 23,600. Okay, now for China, for Singapore, we see this no big deal, but for China, it's a damn big deal because their policy is to have zero COVID, and in order to have zero COVID, okay, they now have 23,000 a day, right? And it's a huge disruption. This is Shanghai, it's like the economic city of the world being locked up right now. Everybody stay home. It is so bad because it was so abrupt and so sudden that the Chinese themselves weren't ready for it. Okay, 23,000 today. Wow. Okay, and it is so abrupt and so sudden that a lot of people get locked up at home. Okay, get locked up suddenly, and they have not enough food. They have not enough preparation. In the past, when they are locked down, they could do e-commerce, buy food. But this time around, the e-commerce stores, their own staff has been locked down. Their logistics staff have been locked down. And worst part is, a lot of the hospital staff has also been locked down because they've been infected. So as a result, it's a major failure, okay, of preparation. This in Shanghai, okay, and it's a in everywhere you read the media and you watch Douyin, TikTok, and you watch some of those Chinese one, you will actually have you actually see all these issues, okay. By the way, you'll get these slides, okay. So there's a massive disruption to lives and livelihood. Massive disruptions to life and livelihood, okay. There's food desperation. I'll read to you, okay. Some people actually wrote this. They are in Shanghai right now. The shops are not open outside, and this we have a lot of apps where you can buy grocery, but nothing is there. There's no food supply, okay. Not anyone anymore. There's a shortage of delivery people, shortage of food. A lot of people get out at 6 a.m. to look for food, but they can't get any, okay. uh, and yesterday there were two old people in the house in my building asked me to give them rice because they got no more at home and they're going to starve to death. Is that serious right now in China, in Shanghai? Oh, the slides are wrong, is it? Oh no. Okay, just give me a minute. I think I got the wrong slides. Okay, let me get the right slides. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. Sorry. Okay, I'll give you the right slides. Okay. Wait, I don't know whether it's a problem with my slides. It's a title called, yeah, okay. Okay, YouTube, do you get the right slides? Okay, you see, right? On Facebook, they seem to get the wrong slides. Meanwhile, while my staff is loading up right slides, I was very honored, just a digression, okay? I was very honored to be interviewed by Chris Tan, okay? Chris Tan, by the way, the slides plus one should work now. You all please take a look. So Chris Tan of Providend, the CEO of Providend, actually did a interview with me. They actually interviewed me, okay? And the interview was being loaded up to iFast TV. iFast is a big company, okay. And that in the interview was last for about 39 minutes. I talk about my life philosophy, my upbringing, some of the things I believe in, my entrepreneurial experience, some apparent things that I experienced. So a good interview. Is not one of those hee-ha interview that I do. I was quite serious. The only problem I have with the interview is that it is oversized. Okay, my shirt is so big and oversized because I haven't, I lost a lot of weight and I haven't buy new clothes at a point in time. Only my last trip then I bought new clothes. So it looks damn big, okay. But minus that, the interview should okay. So it's under interview plus one. You all can watch it later. It's a 39-minute interview, okay. I think it's 39-minute interview. It's under iFast TV. It's the interviewer is Chris Tan from Providend. Very good gentleman in the finance industry. Okay, we're going to invite him to speak to our community in about 1 month's time. I'm back in Singapore. Okay, cool. All right, good. Okay. So Alan Teo, you don't need to put sorry, Serena and Alan Teo, those slides plus one in YouTube. They're under the description. Okay. All right, cool. All right, good. Okay, let me go back to the to the top. So there's massive disruption. Okay, there's massive disruption to livelihood in China right now. Okay, they were actually hit with lives issue and livelihood issue right now. Okay, so they're not ready at all. So those people who just came on Premium Mall, please on Facebook just get the new slides and slides plus one. Okay, if we load up the right one. The whole problem is actually this thing called zero COVID strategy. China is having this zero COVID strategy, and the economists call this right now a clumsy lockdown of Shanghai. The problem is because they've done so well, okay? They've done so well in the past. They really zero COVID. You know, they lock down the whole country. People come in, need to quarantine for 3 to 4 weeks. Very serious, 3 to 4 weeks. And after that, then they will release. And you may not know it, a lot of flights, they don't allow them to come in. They don't allow them to come in. Okay? For those people on YouTube, can you please each give a like, please? All right, we've got 100 words shortage. So the people are not allowed to fly in easily. The air ticket, economy class from Europe to China, a lot of European Chinese here want to go back. Each ticket costs about 8 to 10,000 Sing. That's how expensive it is. They just don't want people to fly back. Yeah. So, but yet it failed. We now have a huge outbreak. Remember, I said reason is futile. I said before, okay? I don't think people can fight. Look at Singapore. We already know already, right? Singapore is also quite draconian, you know. And yet, okay, and yet we didn't do it. The problem isn't that the zero COVID strategy is not working. The problem is that the zero COVID strategy was working. As a result, what happened? Which strategy was working? Everybody believed that it will work forever. Okay, so this is a very interesting article by Washington Post. It says that China said that zero COVID strategy was superior. It's failing in Shanghai. Okay, Shanghai is now in lockdown potentially indefinitely. Okay, and they have got close to 40,000 medical staff activated to help. 2,000 medics from the army help. Okay, very serious. The whole problem is that they were too successful. They were just too successful, so everybody relaxed. You see, the difference with Singapore is that when we had locked down, mask up, our government rushed every father, mother, son to go and get vaccinated. Everyone go get vaccinated. They impose draconian rules. If you don't get vaccinated, you get removal of privileges and blah blah blah, right? So as a result, what happened? Everybody go get vaccinated, and still after that, people don't get vaccinated. We get MediaCorp stars, to go and dance, to go and sing, to get every sing. And then you get Liang Ziqiang and Li Guohuang, all these people, use Hokkien and all sorts of languages to tell people. Ministers come up to use dialects as well and things like that. So it's very serious. As a result, our successful ramp up of our vaccination went to 96.5%. We only got 3.5% not vaccinated, and Omicron broke out. Did we have a lot of deaths? Yes, we did. But luckily, the vaccination protected most of us. Okay? And for those people who still cowpay our Singapore government how lousy, you must be out of your freaking mind. Yeah. They really protected many people from dying. Okay? Because we now see the opposite what happened to Hong Kong and China. In Hong Kong, everybody was so proud of their government. I mean, not so proud, so believe in the protection given. There are very few, especially elder folks, a lot of them didn't go and get vaccinated. Guess what happened? Massive death, 8,000 over deaths, but most of them incur in this period of 5,000 over deaths. 5,000 over deaths. Singapore number of deaths is very, very, very low, right? So that's really amazing of our Singapore. Our government strategy was amazing, right? They know that resistance is futile. They bought time. They rushed every vaccinated. Then Omicron broke out. Just in time, we got our population vaccinated. But look what happened to China right now. Everybody believe that their Great China War is protecting them. So very few people, not very few, there's a lot of vaccination, Okay, but guess what happened? There's a lot of non-vaccinated. Okay, as a result, they are not ready. So when Omicron hit, how many of you have kena already? How many of you kena? Own up. Me. Okay, Mr. Lu also. All kena COVID already. Not? I think about 50% kena already. Okay, my whole household, I think only Ben left unkena. My whole office in SS ratio more than half kena. Okay, yeah, me kena. See, all kena already. Who kena? Say me. Yeah, all kena already. Okay, alright. So a few of you are lucky kena, but luckily, you just kena, Skylar. It's okay. Huh? Okay, I'm quite worried my son kena because he's now in OCS. If he kena now, he might go out of course. But other than that, the rest, I think it's a good thing you kena. I kena already. Yeah. Okay. So all we see, well, once we kena, actually, Alicia, I'm not so sure you're lucky you haven't kena yet. I'm not so sure because once you kena, your natural immunity is the strongest form of immunity. Okay, it's very strong. Okay, very strong. So in the case of China, nobody kena before. There is no herd resistance. Remember, there's no such thing as herd immunity right now, but there's no herd resistance. As a result, the whole population is very fragile, and they try to implement this impossible zero COVID strategy against the Omicron. You can't, right? All the scientists say you can't already. Yeah. Okay. So guess what happened right now? Luckily, a lot of young people, they tahanable, they can fight it. But Omicron usually kills what kind of people? Two types. The first type that they kill are those people with comorbidities, which means that they have sickness in hand, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, whatever. That these are called comorbidities. Those they hit with comorbidities very high. Okay. Then the second one are the old and elderly. Okay. So right now, similar to the experience in Singapore, in Europe, and the rest of the world, the elderly in Shanghai, okay, are dying from COVID as well. The problem is that their whole country was not ready. The caretakers of the elderly, which means the nurses, the doctors, and all this, kena COVID. And once you kena COVID, you don't stay at home. They have this incredible makeshift hospital. All have to be quarantined inside. Have to be, because they do one big sweep. So once you detected, you go in. One big sweep, detected, go in. It's a problem with COVID, especially the Omicron virus. Who have experienced before this? I bet you a lot now. You already had the symptoms, but the stupid ART test still show negative. Who have this experience? Say me. Okay, right? Who has this experience before? That the test until the 4th day or 5th day, then you show positive. Okay, who have this experience? Say me. Yeah, me. See me? Right, me. So they one sweep, bo eng one. They all believe the whole thing is COVID. Is not Omicron. Is not Delta. It's not Alpha. Okay. The stupid ART test doesn't show. They one sweep across the whole country, cannot detect one. A lot of people fall through the cracks. So after they sweep already, Fayenne says that 7 days then positive. Yeah, ART is not accurate at all. Yeah, I until the 4th or 5th day, then by the time my line only left one faint one. Yeah, so I didn't even know I kena. Okay, so mine only show positive on 5th day, where I already have positive symptoms. Exactly, me. So what happened? They believe that through massive testing and locking people up, they can bring the COVID down to zero. You tanku. The China zero COVID strategy is failing. It's failing big time. The problem with that, the lockdown is so draconian, so serious that economic activities, even lives and livelihood are now disrupted. Okay? Yes. They can test 1 hour, go negative, then next hour kena. Yeah. So therefore, the China strategy is that, unless there's 14 days no new infection, then I unlock, right? So therefore, Shanghai lockdown to ease off only after 14 days of no infection. Okay, it won't happen now. Right? It won't happen. Are they out of their freaking mind? Okay, it won't happen. It just won't happen. Okay, the infection will still continue and continue and continue and continue. It goes under the radar. There is no chance. There is no chance. Yeah. Order something. Yeah. Order someone again. Sweet. Okay, so therefore, yeah, Tangkuku, yes, no chance. How many of you are, and the other one is that there's a lot of people manage to escape infection, yeah, and say, hey, I don't get infected at all. No, I cannot encounter people, I didn't get infected. 1 month later, you get infected. How many of you say like that? Me. Yeah. Okay. So therefore, when they stop testing, so they say 14 days no infection, then they'll unlock. Then they can lock up forever. It won't happen. It won't happen. Out there, their freaking mind. Yes, this strategy has failed. Okay, and they still have not come to the realization. Because I don't understand, right? Okay, and the only one, okay, the only one way, to my opinion, is that you got to let the virus burn through the whole country. You have no choice. Okay, you got to burn through the whole country. But the country will take a long time to burn if they are locked down and locked down and locked down. I bet you the infection has already started outside Shanghai. I bet you it has started outside Shanghai already. The problem is that, okay, China economy right now is suffering like crazy, okay, is suffering economically from the COVID lockdown and Ukraine war. They're suffering. If you read all the reports, China right now is in serious trouble economically. Okay, I'll just read to you. They just released a Chinese factory manufacturing index. It slumps at the fastest pace over the last 2 years. There are some analysts actually said they are now pushing towards the waters of recession. Okay, and this is actually their own doing. They have time. You see, Singapore is a country with a very vulnerable mentality. Okay, so therefore, when we had time, we quickly vaccinated everybody, but they didn't. Right now, it's a bit too late. They still have time. If they rush through a vaccination, take a gun and point at everybody's head and say vaccinate now. But I think there's a good chance that it might be too late. We're going to see massive deaths. Well, let's just look at what can happen to China by looking at what has happened to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is the same thing. Zero COVID for a very long time. Even more successful than Singapore. Zero COVID for a very long time. And see what happened to Hong Kong. Okay? And basically the problem with Hong Kong is that they have success, and success led to complacency. Because success led to complacency, guess what? 聪明反被聪明误，你说的真对 Esther. The success led complacency, okay, caused Hong Kong outbreak to happen. YouTube, can you please each give a like, okay? If not, the algorithm won't promote. Yeah, there are 400 of you and only 157 likes. Can you please do it, please? Yes, thank you. Okay, and thanks for Facebook like as well. Okay, so how many people? What's the main reason? Okay, for so many deaths? And the article says here very clearly, the most vulnerable weren't vaccinated. It is the people who get vaccinated are all the healthy ones. We see it. But the most vulnerable, which is the old and the people with comorbidities, they are the ones who needed to be vaccinated and they didn't get vaccinated. As a result, how many people died? Okay, 5,000 900 of them died during the Omicron wave. A huge wave, bam! 5,900 people died, Every day 200 plus. And when you look at Singapore, 5, 6 deaths, when we look at it, very sad really. And if you look at it this you look at it this way, it is such a shame, right? So I did a simple mathematics, okay. So anyway, let's take a look at what can happen in China by looking at what can happen in Hong Kong, because they are all about the same. They are all birds of the same feathers, chip of the old block, basically. So China's zero COVID strategy, is showing signs of strain. If they don't follow strategy right now, you know what can happen? Many people will die. Okay. Now they have no choice but to have draconian rules to lock everybody down. They have no choice because there are too many unvaccinated. So in the case of Hong Kong, the total deaths here was 8,000 over people. Okay, 8,000 over people. So let's make a simple extrapolation and calculate and see what can happen in China. Then you will see the gravity of the issue and why I say that a black swan event is in the horizon. Okay. So what's the population of Hong Kong? The population of Hong Kong is about 7.5 million people. Okay, 7.5 million people, and China is 1.4 billion people. So roughly about 186 times difference. So if you linearly extrapolate the death rate of Hong Kong to China, guess what happened? So Hong Kong has about 6,000 deaths, right? So you extrapolate that to the China population, how many people will die? Just make a guess. 1 million people will die in China. No kidding. 1 million people will die. Omicron can kill. It doesn't kill as jialatly as Delta, but Omicron can kill, and it has really killed a lot of people. Okay, 1 million people will die. When you have 1,000 people or 10,000 people die, it's really a big deal in China. Now we're talking 1 million. Let's say that I'm wrong. Reduced by 100,000 people dying. Okay, 100 people dying in China is also a damn big deal, right? So, okay, so now I'm not some super guru that can see this alone. You think the Chinese government cannot see this? So therefore, they also can see this. So now they also lao jiu already. They also scared. Yeah, they also scared already. So therefore right now, they have no choice but to have draconian rules to lock down the whole country, starting from Shanghai. I bet you the virus has already gone out of Shanghai already, for sure. Okay, and soon many people will die. Okay, and they cannot lock down. You see, they lock down Shanghai. Let's say they're successful. They lock down Shanghai, and let's say they're successful. They open up. Guess what happened? Outbreak again, and then lock down again. Then once the outbreak, rest of China. So it's a many people will die. Yeah, many people will die. That China will go non-stop in lockdown mode. And when they do that, guess what happens? Massive economic disruption to China and the rest of the world. Yeah, look at this. There's a lot of car manufacturers in China right now. They now have a massive disruption. Tesla is in China right now. They sian, right? They close down, they shut down also. This one hits. This China problem hit BE. Why? Because there's a global supply chain disruption. iPhones now, all of you iPhone now, your supply will also get disrupted. BE has been trying to buy a small, what's that iPhone called? The one they want? iPhone mini, she saw it, okay? Because you know why? Because B is in love with small bags. Her handbag now is, you know her bag, she like carry a small one. So she wants small bag, cute bag and put inside, okay? As if her eyes are 没有老花 can see, okay? But anyway, that's a joke for another day. But it won't come ready. Why? Because got a lot of disruption, right? The last market to supply with Singapore. Yeah. So we have a massive global supply chain disruption. Huge supply chain disruption. You all can see already. Okay. Foxconn right now has already shut down. Has also an outbreak, Omicron outbreak. Okay. Yes. Right. Read this to you. There's a supply chain author say this. He says this, I'm going to read to you. It's going to be really bad. When we are talking about goods coming out of China, it's not just the finished goods that we buy directly. There's a lot of parts that are critical and manufacturing other things that we buy. There's going to be a huge, massive supply chain disruption. Okay, it's starting already. Rather, it started. Okay. Well, how bad is it going to be? How's it going to be? Those YouTube guys, please, one like, please, from everybody, please. Okay, one like, please, from everybody. So, you see on YouTube, YouTube back for likes are back like crazy. On Facebook, you know, we have got 800 over people. Everybody blast a like. Yeah. So, thank you. Okay. Is it all bad? Fortunately, something is good. China is the biggest consumption of oil, is the biggest consumer of oil. Guess what? Because they kena this problem, right? So they consume just fell, right? So it's not all bad news. So oil prices fell, okay? And as a result, this is the oil prices after Shanghai get locked down. Oil prices fell, plus some other reason as well. Okay, thank you, Yuki. So people from here jump to YouTube, give me a like. Okay, anyway, right? So 2 months ago, you're talking about this supply chain blockages is happening in a big way right now. It's a black swan event. Okay. So we are not afraid of people dying. To be frank, stock market has no 良心 one. Okay, 没有良心 one, right? Like me like that, 没有良心. Stock market is not afraid of people dying. Stock market is afraid of lockdown, business disruption, right? That can kill the stock market worse than people dying. Okay, and that's a very sweet thing. So please forgive me for saying that. Okay, yep. So because we are already facing a terrible inflationary pressure already, right? Damn jalat one inflationary pressure. The Shanghai issue, plus when it spill over the whole of China, okay, it's going to cause more supply chain disruption. Okay, China is the factory of the world. A lot of things are manufactured in China. To some extent, many Chinese in Singapore, we or our forefathers were also manufactured in China. Therefore, it's a very serious situation. Okay, very serious situation. Okay. The worst part is that right now the Federal Reserve of US, okay, is all out to fight inflation. And actually inflation doesn't kill stock market. It's when the regulator cost of goes up, it hits a hell lot of stocks. People borrow money, buy stocks. The earnings projection of a lot of companies goes down, okay, because cost of running a business goes up. So therefore, when there are inflationary risks, the Federal Reserve will go all out, okay, to fight the inflation, and they really signal a very hawkish, they call it hawkish, a very firm, very very tough stand that we're gonna kill inflation. Mother, when they do that, straight away the stock market go down. So what happened? Let me. So therefore, the Federal Reserve has really signaled, okay, we will go out and fight all inflation, right? In the 1970s, when we had stagflation, the Federal Reserve Chairman then Paul Volcker is they had to decide whether to fight recession or fight inflation first. He chose to fight inflation first. And then he increased the interest rate so much. I can't remember, it was like up to 20% or something like that. Some ridiculous number, to the point that it sends the whole economy into inflation. And finally the inflation got calmed down. The problem with that approach right now is that the inflation right now is caused by all these, UABO, this kind of problem in China, Ukraine war, basket, all sorts of situation. So guess what? Okay. So simply speaking, okay, we're gonna see. Now the problem is that it's not all bad. It's not all bad news. There'll be sparks of good news, sparks of bad news, sparks of good news. So as a result, what happens moving forward? What do you think will happen? I say before, I'm going to say again, okay? Huge mega volatility, okay? The huge mega volatility in stock market. This is the Nasdaq and this is the S&P 500. I don't know where you can see now. I want to see. So it went, okay, I'm going to describe like that. So when the inflation rate early in January, it started to drop. It crashed and crashed and not crashed. Went down. And then what happened? And then the bloody Russian went to invade Ukraine. As a result, stock market really went down, no? Wow. Mr. Lu lost a hell of money. Okay? Plus a lot of people went down. And then people sian already, right? And recently went back up again. Wow, recovered quite a lot. Right? Then it started again, where because the Federal Reserve chairman the Federal Reserve representative start making noise and say that, we're going to be hawkish with our interest rate increase because inflation is serious. Guess what happened? Jalat now. It went down again. So it was going crash, went up and down again. Okay. So in this crash right now, I went in 2 rounds already. And it went up. I was like, so fast, man. Then indeed it went down again. So my prediction of huge volatility is happening right now. Okay, big, huge, mega volatility. Okay, this is exactly what's happening right now, and fortunately, it is not all bad news. I give you a few good news, and I'll spend another day talking about it. The Russians have lost the war, more or less. Okay, Russians have lost the war. They have all pulled out. Yes, they killed a lot of Ukraine in the process, but they themselves died a lot. Today I got statistics for the Russians. They lost 300 over tanks. Back in Afghanistan, they lost only 120 something, 130 something. And thanks Vincent for the like. Okay. And right now, okay, they lost 300 over tanks and a few thousand vehicles and a lot of lives. Okay, I was told that 20% of their fighting forces have been knocked out. Okay, that's a huge number. So what we are seeing, so there's some good news there. Okay, there's some good news there. Hopefully, the fighting will now. So this is the whole of Ukraine. Initially, they want to overrun the country. Then after that, the Ukraine put up good fight, funded by huge amount of weaponry from the West. Pull back, they will continue to fight at Donbass area, which is one small city here. So maybe it leaves the whole of Ukraine untouched. Then food supply and all this can continue and things like that. So therefore, it's not all bad news. But the problem is that it is a situation I told you all. It's like like a Moody Boss, Moody Lady Boss. Sorry, a bit feminist here. I worked for Moody Lady Boss before. 135, 246. 135 good news, 246 bad news. Wow, one day I love you, one day I slap you, one day I love you, one day I slap you. The stock market is going to be like that. Maybe not on a daily basis, but it's going to go up and down and down and down. You must be able to tahan this kind of volatility. Okay, inflationary risk will come and it will be painful. Then suddenly there'll be some good news and Moody Boss become happy boss and he rise again. Next day something trigger it and then it will come down again. So you're gonna have struggle. Okay, can you see this kind of struggle? So I want you to understand that the prediction forward that we have, okay. Anyway, you're a lot of people like this Moody Boss analogy. I'm sure you're kena Moody Boss before. Who kena Moody Boss before? Yeah, 1 3 5 2 4 6, right? I'm sorry, all my male boss never like that. Is the lady boss, not all lady boss. I got good lady boss, but one or two of them, wow, them jialat, right? Okay, it's very difficult to handle. Yeah, okay. So let me say and express, yeah, Moody Boss. Okay, so let me express the risk forward. Okay, let me express risk forward. Okay, the risk forward. I don't think there will be recession. I don't think so, because the economy now is red hot. All the bosses now have problem hiring people. Very difficult to hire people. To hire people is very, very difficult right now. Salaries, especially for sales staff, computing staff, and all this, it is like, it's like real, yeah. So I don't think it will result in red hot. Sorry, I don't think it will result in a recession. But I think there will be some kind of slowdown, and I think the inflationary pressure will still be there, causing the whole stock market to go yo-yo. So all of y'all, I need one thing from y'all. That's called tahanability. Tahanability. This one, Mr. Lu's language, is going to be added into the Oxford Dictionary. Okay, tahanability. Okay, so therefore you must tahan. So people like me, I hold and I don't look. Okay, I shut my ears and just continue. Right now, do that is very difficult because your heart must be very strong. Okay, try not to, because try not because of all this. Go in and out. You will lose a lot of money. Okay, always maintain your safety net in your CPF. That one is the strongest firm foundation. With that, you very tahanable already. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. So that someone say this: you buy the stock trade, then delete the trading app. Okay. Yeah. Or don't look at it at all. Yeah. Tahanability. Okay. So the emphasis I have is now. The thing I hope you all can understand is this. Okay. Something about stock market is this: if you can predict something is coming, then something when it comes is not so scary. That's what I hope to achieve here. When you listen to my talk, I tell you what things, a lot of things I say happened already, right? A lot of my prediction came to pass, right? Nobody give me a like for that. Especially the very new YouTube, got 200 people still give me a like. A lot of my prediction have come to pass. You notice that? Okay? I'm not trying to howl in, because I'm just trying to tell you that I tell you what's going to happen, and when it happens, you're not so scared. Mr. Lu, he said it, I was 心理准备 already, right? I already have myself mentally prepared. If it comes, it comes, okay? Then then you're not so scary, okay? Mr. Sensei Lu, can you give 4D number? Okay, I give number, you there go and buy, no? Okay? 000 000 0. Okay, 你敢去买吗？ No. There is a case where I tell people go and buy Toto, and he actually struck for the second price. Okay, as a result, then the whole 116 community broke into a massive protest. So from that day onwards, I was like, okay, I'm not going to talk about Toto and 4D anymore. Okay, so bottom line is the Singapore bank share still strongly. You are compared to S&P 500. Okay, yes, right. Okay, so let me just wrap up today's talk. Okay, the China zero COVID strategy has caused them to be complacent, and as a result, right now they are stuck in their own success. Shanghai right now is in a lockdown, and we don't know how this will spread outside China. China right now, unless they rapidly push everybody into a rapid vaccination, okay, which everybody is saying their own China vaccine is not as good, but I don't know how true is that. But when the whole Omicron burns through the country, we're gonna see a lot of death. If the same Hong Kong experience happened to China, we can potentially see 500,000 to 1 million deaths. And that's a hell of people. Okay, and that's a hell of people. Please don't buy 0,000. Please don't, okay? Yeah. So therefore, there's going to be a huge, there's going to be a huge supply chain disruption that is coming and probably is already here. So brace for impact, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be huge disruption because the Fed will smell higher inflation coming, and they will come in and whack with high interest rates, and that will cause a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. Yes, it will definitely be worse than the Ukraine war casualty. Okay? Yes. So therefore, brace for impact, okay? It will cause huge volatility in the stock market, but I've given you the right formula how to handle it. Build a firm foundation with your CPF, okay? And buy only stocks that compound over a long period of time. Okay? And in my case, I buy S&P 500. So with that, I can sleep well. If it happens, my CPF CB won't run. Okay, cool. I hope you find this talk tonight useful and interesting. Thanks. I think we have got 800,000, 3,400 people watching me. I really appreciate all this support. Please remember, give me a like. Okay, and I hope that we find this session useful. Okay, and we'll be. I can take a few questions. I don't hold back your night, and then later I got to help B with photo taking. Okay, right. Do you foresee the drop in market like what we've seen with COVID first hit? No way. This is an anticipated, more or less an anticipated risk. It's not an unanticipated risk. But will it hit? Yes, it will hit. Okay. When is the next Fed review? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, welcome, Doris. Okay. Any other questions? I can take a few questions right now. 30% drop expected? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. My guess is max 10, 20. I don't think it's very difficult to hit 30 nowadays. Okay? It's like no one concerned about Omicron in Ukraine, all the people fighting the war, nobody wear masks on. Right, okay? Thanks, Yuki. Yep. What do you think of DBS? I think it's a good bank. Will I buy a stock? I wouldn't, because they stock picking. Stock picking is very tough. Okay, Yuki, thanks. Carol, thanks. So will the stock market go bullish? I cannot tell whether it go up and down. I can't. But I can tell you for sure like that. Then for sure. Okay? Right. Okay. So my CPF investment is blooding. Okay? That means what? Is it right time to buy property, pay by cash or pay by CPF? Mandy, we have a YouTube video, okay, given by my interview with Dragon Tan. He gave a damn good strategy how to make money in the property market. Please watch it, okay? Yeah. That's about SIA. SIA, I don't know where is it rebuilt in, but I can see all the planes getting packed. I think we'll do better, but I cannot tell you. I don't like to buy stocks. Don't you realize that? I don't buy individual stocks. I only buy index. China go out all vaccination now. Will China be able to live with COVID? Still a lot of people die. Okay, still a lot of people die. They haven't let them burn through it. Yeah. Maybe won't have a few 100,000 people, but a lot of people still die. Resistance is futile. They cannot resist it. Resistance is futile. Okay. Should buy. What do you think of investing in gold now for long run? Gold is an asset of crisis. So the crisis is really known already. So gold more or less is really there. Will it go up? No, I have to say. I can't tell you. It's a non-productive asset. STI might go up a bit at a time, but STI doesn't compound very well. Okay. Should you take fixed or floating rate? The floating fixed rate gap right now is actually widened already. I think there's no harm taking a fixed rate now. Okay. Okay. I would take a fixed. I would take a fixed rate right now. Can buy S&P 500 now or go? If you want to buy S&P 500 now, you should have a time horizon of 10, 20, 30 years. Okay. I hold 10,000 DBS and 10,000 UOB. Should I sell? It's a retirement fund. I cannot advise you what to do. I can only say that our banks are not very good in compounding, but I think they return some good dividends. Okay. So I can't tell you right now, okay, what you should buy or sell. Remember, new variant come. Yes, there is a variant, but the variant are not much more serious than the right one. When's a good time to buy Nasdaq? When it crash big time. I bought S&P 500 when it's all-time high. Okay, how my portfolio negative. I already said many times, you want to buy S&P 500, your time horizon needs to be 10, 20, 30 years. You know, ask me in 30 years time. Okay, what's your view on Bitcoin current situation? I cannot judge crypto, right? I really cannot judge. Can we still get the money hour slide? Yeah, you go to YouTube, okay, look for the video, it's on the description. The slides on the description. Okay. Okay, any more questions? For housing loan bank, should I take fixed rate for 2 years? I can't tell. I will take it's hard to say. I'll at least take for 1 year. Okay, 2 years, because right now fixed rate I think is now at 1.8 to 2%. When we adopt your Tahanability strategy, should we adopt a dollar cost averaging with excess funds? I think I've said this before, you know, for those people, you see, if you want to slam dunk at a market crash, your heart must be damn strong. But if you have not that kind of heart, you know, then the dollar cost averaging may be better. Or you split your portfolio into your cash into two, not cash, your funds into two portions. One do dollar cost averaging, the other one go in when market crash. Okay. When is it time to buy S&P 500? Is it going on anytime? I cannot tell you what you should do, but I'll go in when the market crash. Every time I buy, I announce what. Yeah. Okay. With interest rate rising, is it appropriate to do CPF housing refund? Possible, yes. Yeah, possible. You can think of that. I think the interest rate is still lower than the 2.5%. Yes. Do you foresee a disruption of medical supply? I think not so much medicine. Medicine is rarely manufactured in Singapore. Medical, you know, disposable and all these hardware kind of things are a lot of them are manufactured in China. How long will it take for supply chain impact to ease off in China having COVID? Wow, it really depends what China is doing, man. Yeah. At the rate it's going, it will take at least 6 months to a year for Omicron to burn through. Yeah. Usually for the rest of the country, it takes 2 months to 3 months to burn through the whole country. Singapore more or less took us two months plus. Now it's on the 3rd month already to more or less finally ease off, right? 2 to 3 months. Okay. The more they lock down, the more difficult to burn through. You let the whole thing burn through, a lot of people die. Don't let the thing burn through economically, the country will die. So either way you die, you know. So I tell you, there is no country better than Singapore in handling this. So for those people who are detractors or disbeliever of our government is sibei kiang. SBK sibei kiang. They really handle this COVID really well. I'm not running for election now. I'm just stating the truth. You all agree? Just give a like, okay? Yeah, give a blast of like. Yeah, they're really very good. No country can handle this better than Singapore. Really very good. Okay, how long more will Omicron last? I don't know okay, the B1 and B2, they got B2 variant all this. But you know what? Once you kena, you're not so afraid anymore, right? Those who kena, no big deal. It's just a dose of flu and cough. Okay, right, cool. Okay. Any potential stocks from China buy now? I don't buy China stocks. I don't believe in China stocks. Okay, I don't believe in China stocks. I believe in China economy, but I don't believe in China stocks. Okay. Yes. What percentage from now S&P drop already? From the peak, usually when it drop 10%, I'll start nibbling a bit. 20, I'll buy a lot. 30, I'll whack the whole house in. Yes. But that's just me. Okay. Yes. All right. Cool. All right. U.S. national debt all-time high. Will it affect economy and the S&P? You need to understand the U.S. debt is nominated in U.S. dollar. That kind of debt is not serious. They're all nominated in US dollar. They can print and repay the debt. What risk is that for them? Who will pay for this debt? People, US dollar. right? So I don't think it's a risk. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Those who kena Omicron got 90-day immunity. This is true. I suspect the Omicron immunity is longer. Those who kena SARS, SARS is also a coronavirus. Their immunity, their antibodies lasted for 20 years. 20 years already. 20 years, they went to check. So actually, natural immunity is stronger than, natural immunity is, for coronavirus as a whole, is generally stronger than artificial immunity. But that's what I read from somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So for those people who want to listen to my talk with Chris Tan from Providend, I gave a very interesting talk. I consider quite a good talk. Okay, I talk about my life experiences, my growing up years. Okay, almost like a tell-all kind of thing. Please go just on Facebook. You type interview plus one. You can watch it. Okay, interview plus one. Please give a like there as well. For those of you on YouTube, I'll post up the link after this talk. Okay. Those who never kena COVID-19 but have close contact could be immune. That's what I thought, but I found there are people who close contact never kena. Then 1 month later light contact kena. Okay, I think it's simply because it's the waning of the artificial immunity, which is the vaccine. Okay, yes. All right, cool. Okay, so I hope you find this talk useful, and we should call it at night. So US currency is going up. It's very strong right now. Very strong. It's a currency of is a safe haven. Mr. Lu, you have been very consistent in your message. Thank you for giving us confidence. Thank you, Lily. I hope you enjoy it. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So with this, yes, I'm in Europe right now. Okay. I just arrived. Okay. Okay. For those people who join in on Facebook, join in for Bees handbags. There is a 5% voucher at $150. Go get them from Shopee. Don't waste it. Okay. And I think there are some Celine at CE +1, Prada at PD +1, and Ferragamo at SF +1. Okay. So you all can key the code. All right. With this, all right. Okay, let's call it a night, and thanks for joining us. Really appreciate this. Okay, so I'll update everybody again. The next talk I have got two interesting topics that I've really lined up. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, so good night, everybody. Okay, good night, everybody. Really appreciate you guys joining us. You know, I think 1,400 over you all. Thank you. Really appreciate this. Okay, Ivy, thank you. Andrew, thank you. Rachel, thank you. Sublai, thank you. Okay. Connie, thank you. Angela, thank you. Charlene, thank you to you. Okay. Lynn, thank you to you. Okay. Mei Yun, thank you. Okay. QI, thank you. Lynn. What's the topic? I've got two topics I'm thinking of. One topic is on, this is my 1 year weight loss anniversary. Okay, I try to draw an analogy with finance, so I want to talk about that. Second thing is that I want to update everybody on the Ukraine war, what I think will happen. Okay, cool. Okay, Esther, thank you. Okay, okay, Astrid, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. So have a good night, everybody. Really appreciate this. Okay, just finished watching the interview. Thumbs up. All right, thank you. Thank you. Watch the interview with Chris Tan. Chris Tan is a really good man, very good CEO. Runs a fund management company. I'll get him to talk to us in 1 month's time. All right, I really booked him already. Yeah, it's a very good man. Very good man. Okay. Oh, tomorrow is a birthday, Charlene. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Charlie.
Happy birthday, Charlene. Okay, Janice. Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. With this, good night, everybody. Okay. Good night. Okay. Really appreciate everybody. coming in. Okay, so I'm gonna off YouTube right now. Good night. Okay, million winner Anna, Pei Chun, Louis. Thank you to you on YouTube. Okay, good night. Okay, so we gotta go do some photo taking right now, and we'll see you in 1 or 2 days time. Okay, I'm just waiting for Kate Lou to come. Yeah, she's supposed to come on Thursday, I think. All right, cool. All right, okay. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna off YouTube right now. Okay. All right. Okay.